What if I told you blaming someone for COVID was never really about facts? It was about how the human brain reacts to fear. Because when a threat is invisible, fast, and deadly, the brain doesn't just want answers. It wants a target. When COVID spread across the world, something strange happened. Countries didn't just fight the virus. They started fighting each other. People blamed governments. Governments blamed other countries. Social media blamed entire cultures. But here's the scientific truth. This behavior is not new, and it's not random. It's how the human brain is wired to survive. The brain hates uncertainty. From a neuroscience perspective, uncertainty triggers stress. Your amygdala, the fear center of the brain, activates when something feels unpredictable and dangerous. During a pandemic, the threat was invisible. The rules kept changing. Nobody had clear answers. This overloads the brain, and when humans feel out of control, the brain looks for something simple, a cause, and usually a person or group to blame. Because psychologically, blaming feels safer than accepting randomness. Why we search for a villain. In psychology, this is called scapegoating behavior. When a crisis feels too big, the brain simplifies reality into good versus bad, us versus them, victim versus culprit. It reduces anxiety. Studies show that during outbreaks, from the Black Death to Ebola, societies always blame someone: foreigners, minorities, rival nations. Not because of evidence, but because the brain craves emotional closure. COVID triggered the same ancient survival response. The biology of fear, spreading faster than facts. Fear is contagious, literally. When people see panic, the brain's mirror neurons activate, making fear spread socially faster than logic. That's why dramatic claims traveled faster than scientific updates. Your brain prioritizes danger signals over calm explanations. It's an evolutionary feature meant to protect us from predators. But in modern society, it fuels misinformation and blame. Global systems make blame feel logical. There's also a systems problem. Our world is deeply interconnected: travel, trade, supply chains, information. Viruses spread globally in days, but human institutions still think in national borders. So when something global happens, leaders instinctively search for external causes, not always to lie, often to give their population a sense of control. Psychologically, a clear enemy feels more manageable than a complex system failure. What science actually shows about pandemics. Modern research shows most pandemics happen because of zoonotic spillover, animals to humans, dense populations, global mobility, environmental disruption. Not because of one single villain. COVID fits known outbreak patterns seen many times before. From a biological standpoint, it was a high-probability event in our modern world. In other words, a systemic risk, not a simple plot. So, why does blame still feel so real? Because emotionally, the brain prefers stories over statistics. Stories have heroes, villains, clear endings. Science has probabilities, uncertainty, complexity, and humans evolved long before spreadsheets existed. Our brains run on narratives. Blaming feels natural, but understanding is what actually prevents the next pandemic. When we study behavior, biology, and global systems, one truth becomes clear. COVID wasn't just a medical event. It was a psychological stress test for humanity, and our brains responded exactly as evolution designed them to. Not perfectly, just human.